Oh, are we starting? Okay, cool. I guess we're starting. Okay. Okay. All right. Hello guys. It's me. Your average YouTube / Twitch personality. I've made mistakes in my life. I'm only human, and today I'm here to apologize for one of those mistakes. You know, 2 weeks ago, 2 weeks ago, I made a terrible mistake. I betrayed the trust of friends, colleagues, and you, the viewer, by falling asleep and not waking up. I I I apologize. I will say on camera that I will be doing things to change it, but as with most of these kinds of apologies, that never fucking happens anyways. And to really show how sorry I am, there will be no ads on this video, except it actually is until someone points it out, and then I'm gonna be like, "Oh, whoopsie, my mistake," and then actually turn it off. But I just want to say, guys, I'm sorry. It was never meant to be like this, and I'm gonna change. Except again, not really, because you guys will still watch anyways, and I'm gonna get a bunch of money. All right, cool. Okay, I'm done with my apology, but yeah, I apologize for sleeping and not waking up in time for our last podcast. I fucked up, but yeah.
Shit.
Longer is still broken.
Yeah.
It's
That
still
could
getting
be for
500.
later. That'll be for later. Foot longer is a different thing.
I just read that, so I need like major catch up on what occurred.
Should we talk about it?
I mean,
Our host.
because originally, like, you guys weren't in the call yet, but like me and Kurtis, Kurtis and I were kind of like, don't know if you should talk about it because everything's still coming out. Like, I think if we do talk about it, it should be kind of more about just kind of everything that's been happening recently. Because for those who don't know, Yvonne and Lily Pichu, both of Offline TV, just came out with Twit Longers. Just kind of, well, for Yvonne, it was just exposing that like Fed did the bad stuff with her when he was drunk, took advantage of her while she was drunk, etc. And for Lily Pichu, it was Fed as well, but also mentioned Chris Chan, like even further in the past. Chris Chan was originally Offline TV's like manager and one of like the co-founders of it. So like, and then Fed now has been removed from Offline TV. I would guess Twitch is probably gonna promo ban him now because they usually do that kind of stuff, especially right now. So like, that's kind of the gist of what we're talking about. I don't know. Do you guys want to discuss that? Just like the general topic in general of like everything that's been happening.
I'm not gonna touch on it until everything comes out.
Yeah, it's still developing.
Staying away.
There's not much we can
because
yeah.
Okay, because low key too though, I used to talk to Chris.
Okay, yeah.
So I don't feel comfortable.
Yeah. Well, yeah, because again, like we don't necessarily have to talk about the offline TV one, except like specifically, just because again, like I said, this is kind of like something that's been happening in the like in the wide like community in general right now. Personally, it's also like happening right now in the wrestling community. Like a bunch of like huge like European wrestlers have also been like exposed and like pretty much been like removed from like whatever wrestling promotion you're part of. So like it's like I kind of said it with Kurtis before the podcast started. It was like it kind of feels like a second wave of like the Me Too movement happening right now, and it just shows that like there's still scumbags in whatever industry. But yeah, so it's like I guess if nothing else, that's what we can have for that topic, and we can move on to happier topics and like lighter topics.
I'm just trying to find the lovely
Yeah.
teacher.
Fine later, because
Lighter.
today, what
This
we're
is
gonna be
nothing
talking
today is a
about-
lighter topic, dude.
Yeah.
We're fucking.
We're gonna go in dark. We're gonna go into the deep recess of our childhood.
Yeah, we're talking about Benny losing or Benny getting a B in math.
Okay, first of all, I got C.
I don't know why I
minus.
started. I don't know why I started so hard.
That's okay. You can bash me, dude. Honestly, childhood trauma though. Topic for today, and I'm gonna start this off by saying, I think it was for the better that things had happened to me, because then I would be a piece of shit if it wasn't.
You were
But, like,
scared straight.
I was scared straight. Okay, but they didn't put me in a jail and they didn't make me talk to people. But I'll start this off by saying, I wonder if, because I don't know if you guys ever experienced this in yours, but did you guys ever have like a timeout room that was just pitch black?
Yep.
What the fuck?
No,
What?
that was
No.
just on any that was just
Oh, yeah.
on any corner of the house.
Oh yeah.
I just got hit.
It was called the garage, and they locked the door.
Oh, mine was called the dark room, and it was basically like it was so funny. This dark room, okay, it was in my room, and it's just like a little, like, I guess I don't know what to call it. It's like a little crawl space. It's like a little
So you got
attic
put
space.
so you
Harry
got put
Potter.
in the closet, and then once the
I got-
hangout was over, you came out of the closet.
All right, die.
Perish.
But that was when I was like really bad. She'd be like, "Go in there, timeout," and I was like, "No, please." This is partially why I'm scared of the dark. Yeah, and I would just sit there for like 10 minutes, and I'd be terrified. I was like, "I can't see. What if there's a spider? What if there's an ant? I'm gonna fucking die. I'm never going to do this again."
Oh, so I didn't get that experience, but I would kneel facing the front door on tile for an hour. And we're not talking like sitting kneeling, we're talking like the standing kneeling, where you kneel and only your like shin segment is touching the floor. Like the rest of you is upright.
That's torture.
Where's
But
your
anyway,
dab? You don't
many
get
of
a
our-
dab.
I feel bad now because I'm the one who brought up the childhood trauma topic. And
I
feel
forgot
like
about this until you talked about being timed out.
But like, I feel like
This
don't
is
have
some like
much
fortunate
to
son
do.
playing in the background, and then it like giving me.
Wait. I don't want to. I don't want to interrupt about Rui. Dr.
Yeah.
K already has an interview of Yvonne out.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Let's
Okay.
let's shelve that away.
We'll
Yeah.
talk about
That's
that
a
after the
different
podcast.
topic.
But yeah,
Probably
but
by
yeah,
the
so-
end of the topic, there's gonna be a lot more stuff, like a lot more information.
Yeah,
the
we'll
Yvonne
just
stuff
shelve-
ha-
we'll-
That's
let's-
why everyone
let's-
kind of saw this coming because Yvonne had that interview. But okay, we'll talk about this after the podcast.
let's shelve this topic.
yeah,
away.
yeah.
My
Yeah,
dark
but
room
anyway.
was. Should I continue, or Rian, you were saying something?
Oh,
It was-
I just continue my previous thought. I feel bad now because I don't like compared to what I've heard so far out of just Benny and Claire. I really don't have much to contribute to childhood trauma topic. Most of it for me is just like I like the usual stuff. Like I got
Okay.
hit.
Look at this man
And, like,
flexing
yelled
on
at.
us.
Creatively,
Curtis, you're not wearing shirts with sleeves. If anything's flexing, you're flexing.
True.
Yeah,
Fuck,
flex.
oh fuck.
Yeah, where's the
Hey,
juice
Curtis
bar?
with
The
games.
juice bar is over there, and the beach is
No, no,
over
no.
there.
I hate it.
Hey Benny,
Yes,
you want your dab so bad?
yes.
Can I do it for you? Okay, never mind.
No,
Okay.
Rian, you don't get the dab.
Okay, but like, it always depends though. It's like, how creatively did you get beaten for why? Because I've been beaten for like questionable reasons. Sometimes,
Oh yeah,
The
no,
Barbie
I got
doll.
hit when I was like genuinely like a little
Like
shit.
just slap across the face, slap across the arm. Like how bad did you get beat?
I got a knife thrown at me. Kitchen knife.
That's murder.
I got beat with a Barbie doll on my upper arm, like here. And then
Was
the
it
head
your
came
Barbie
off.
doll?
No, it wasn't my Barbie doll.
Your head came off.
No, the head of the doll came off.
Shit, I can't top that if Claire's head fucking pops off. She got beat.
I
so
got
hard.
beaten with a chair, like a metal folding chair.
Oh, is it the round
look, it's
top
like-
and then it's like
Yeah, the
both-
black, like the black little dotty spotty ones you get at Costco.
Oh.
Hey Riang, it's like when Frankie almost beat you with a chair.
Oh,
The man's not
Let's
here to defend
let's
himself.
not expose people who aren't on this podcast.
Well, like I don't know. I mainly got the just the hand. That was all I got.
Yeah.
But like it was like when my mom beat me, I was shook. I was like, I've done something terribly wrong. Cause this one time I was like, oh shit, I locked myself out of the house. My mom's out. She's gonna fucking kill me. Stupid me didn't think that she had the keys to get back in the house, right? So I had my pencil, like the wooden ones, and smart ass me fucking took the pencil and tried to pick the lock with the fucking pencil. That's not gonna work. So I was like going at this, right? And the piece of lead snaps off. And I'm like, I'm really fucked now. And so eventually my mom came back and I didn't say anything, right? And she just tried sticking the key into the hole. And, you know, she's like, oh, why isn't the key going? And she looks in there, it's fucking crunched up lead. That's when I got beat. I was like, I'm so sorry. And then I got beat.
I'm so sorry. Moments before disaster.
It fucking destroys me.
Mhm.
Mhm.
You ever heard like a metal? You ever heard one? Wait, give me a second.
I've been dragged by my ankles from second floor down the stairs to drag me down to the basement to the dark room.
In the house you're in right now.
Oh yeah, same house. Oh yeah,
Wait,
yeah.
yeah, I'm gonna
Okay,
drag
cool,
you.
later.
For the
Yeah.
for the record, for like I don't remember what I did. And also I did move away, so I had time to recover from those. And then now I'm back to where I'm used to live. So yeah, it's like
Scary.
there's a lot of loud yelling, screaming, tears, and me gripping the like edge of the like corners of the wall just to like not get pulled. And then again, I'm young, I'm not strong, and my mom's really angry. She's strong.
I feel like
Is
if
she
you
like?
if you resist, it makes everything worse.
Oh yeah, and I'm like gripping by like the very fingertips and like fingernails, and I'm like gripping. And then it's to the basement. The basement is storage back then, and it's dark. And this is not a proper room. This is like this. You know how our garage are like really long here, right? And then we took half of it and made it into a room. So it's
Yo, see Sarah reading?
Hmm?
Late is late. Reading.
Mm.
Or is it latte is late?
It's I, right?
I never
It's
read
not.
that.
I take.
She just-
I take
I
is
I
late.
never.
It was
Ayate.
put
Wait,
in
that doesn't
L.
help.
I ate.
is
I
late.
ate. Okay.
I ate is late. Okay.
Oh.
But yeah, there's like the room. So that happened like that's like the worst time, like being pulled to the dark room. But eventually I got a little more tech savvy and I found a CRT TV in there. And you know there's like basic channels when you like just hook up the cable, right? To the wall. The heart line, and then I was able to go in there and watch like MTV or something.
Motherfucker got put in the dark room and he had a TV? That's not a dark room.
It's a storage
That's a
room.
games room.
Yeah, but there's no lights. There was no lights
I
in there.
don't care. I don't have lights in. I don't turn lights on in my room when I'm playing games on my computer at night.
Originally, we didn't have that. Like, that room was not accessible yet, and it was just in the garage. If they found out you turned on the lights, which I've done before, it's
That's a
it's
paddling.
a lot worse. It's a lot worse. They come down with the fucking ruler.
Oh, the
Remember
rule.
Hit by like literally anything and every like the Chinese, the Chinese methods. The first thing
Yeah.
you can grab is the first thing you're gonna be hit
Well,
with.
yeah.
It's like, like if it's a chair, then it's a chair. If it's a roof, it's a roof. If it's a dog,
That's
it's a
why you
dog.
never piss off your mom when she's cooking.
Can you imagine?
There's the knife.
Hot ladle.
No. Can you imagine like if like the cat was like if you had a pet cat and the cat was closest thing, she just picks up the cat and just throws it at you.
I think. What was your parents' like favorite weapon to hit you with? Like aside from hand,
Me?
because I think
Rulers.
just everyone. Rulers. Me
Their
too.
hand.
Metal, wood, plastic. name
Okay,
it.
Their hand or
apart
the
from hand.
ruler.
Okay,
Ruler.
so she wouldn't hit. Okay, so aside from the hand, because she always uses a hand, if
Yeah.
it was anything else, it wasn't something being moved to hit me. It was me being moved into something. As in
Just slamming your
the
hand on
marble
the desk.
table. Yes,
I should be laughing at this. That's actually terrible.
I didn't. It didn't hurt. I was stupid, right? Like it didn't hurt. I had no brain cells to lose, anyways.
Did you do your homework? Why didn't you do your
No, it was because she spent 6 hours trying to teach me long division and I just didn't understand it. And like when your parents are trying to teach you, I don't know if all like other cultures get this, but it's like your mom standing over you, like yelling at you, like, do you understand this? Do you understand it?
Crying and your
Yeah.
blood is coming down. You're like, I don't understand.
And it's like I don't understand that, me being like, I know how to teach now, right? Like I would say I'm pretty good at teaching people how to do like assignments and things like that. It's like the moment their judgment is clouded, you stop because you're not going to get anywhere. And then I just think back to like all the time my mom's trying to teach me something and I'm just crying my eyes out, man. And I'm like, why does she keep going? Did she just want me to suffer?
You know the thing where it's like your mom yells at you at like fucking Mach 11, like 11 out of 10, just insane like insane health theory, and then literally like 2 seconds later she's like perfectly fine talking to someone else on the phone, or like just perfectly fine
Yeah.
nothing happens.
It's like
or the classic, she's yelling at you with like the fury of 1,000 suns, and then you get a bowl of fruit.
I never got that.
Oh,
No,
I got
so
that.
like,
That's how.
oh my god, you're so fucking useless. And then it's like ring ring, and then you're like, why?
Yeah. And then when she said the phone call, so it just goes back to being like fucking just ripping your asshole apart.
Yeah. Oh my god. It was incredible how my mom got like she just changed tones immediately with people. It was so fucking fantastic. And get this. One time she was beating me, like she was just, giving me good old few slaps, right? And by this time I was already in karate. So she slaps me. And then she tries again, and like there's a way, like you can block someone just by like having their hand hit here. If you can see it's coming this way, you like hold it up, right? I blocked her, and I was like, and then I got beat even harder.
you're like you're blocking.
Yeah, you never resist.
You
Don't
never
resist.
Yeah, you never
That's
block.
a terrible idea. Oh, it was incredible. It was like I can if I tell this to like, okay, here's the thing. I go to University of Victoria, right? Over on the island, like over here on the lower mainland, at least in Richmond, I grew up surrounded by Asian culture, Asian people mainly. Went to University of Victoria. It's all Caucasian and mixed. It's honestly just a whole mixed bag. It's great. But I was telling my Caucasian friend about how my mom beat me. And she's like, your mom beat you? Are you okay? And I'm like, yes.
They don't understand.
They don't
So
understand.
many of my friends got beat.
Have you guys ever
She's
like
and I'm like, it's fine.
have you ever gotten like yelled at and then you're like told to do something and then you're like sniffling, crying, and then while you're doing something, but that's not the worst part of it, they take a photo?
No.
No, what the fuck?
Oh yeah. So I'm like doing like Chinese.
That
Really?
one was for you, Claire. Glad you got that reference.
Oh,
Let's
God.
go.
You're like, oh shit, something bad's happening. Let me take a photo.
It's fuck.
Wait, Curtis, can we have some of these photos?
I can tell you, I'll show you like off stream. I definitely have at least one.
Okay, I want to print it on a cake.
No. Basically,
Happy birthday, Kurtis. Here's your cake.
childhood trauma. Basically, what it was I was so fed up doing like just doing dictations like for Chinese school, just writing, and then it's like I didn't want to do it. I was bad, and then I was told to do it. So I'm like halfway done the homework, so I got really mad. So I took a pencil and I just like drew angry lines all over it.
What the fuck, man?
And then my mom came in, and then I'm like, and then I got scolded, and and I'm like sniffling, like crying, and then like I forgot, I was like, and then the photo like happened. Like the photo was like taken like, it's like, I'm gonna, because my dad lives overseas, right? So I was like, I'm gonna show your dad. Like, what did you do? And then it's just me sitting there having to present the homework that I scribbled over when there's snot in my face and crying, and then there's just a photo of me doing that.
I really want that photo now.
That has to
And
be like some kind of cruel.
oh,
and
it's
inhuman
cruel.
punishment.
And then one time when I went to Hong Kong, this is my aunt, and she was telling me, okay, you need to flush like the toilet, like because she's a germaphobe a bit, so she needs to like have the toilet like super clean and like flush it really completely. So when you flush it once and it's like, okay, it's not good enough, flush it again. I'm just sitting on the side waiting for the water to refill so I can flush. So what am I gonna do? I'm just like there staring at it like daydreaming. And then she's like, what are you doing? I'm like, waiting for it. And then I'm like, that is the absolutely stupidest thing I've ever seen. And then why aren't you like spending the time? Like, you know how long it's gonna take. It's like you should be like out there doing something else and then coming back to do that. I'm like, it's a minute.
30.
It's like 30 seconds to a minute. And then I'm like getting scolded, and then again, tears and all that. And then there's the photo again.
Your micro is weak.
Maybe this runs in the family.
No, this is different. That was my mom, and this is my aunt from like my father's side.
Oh. Yeah, I was saying that maybe this runs in the family.
Okay, I have a totally irrelevant story regarding a bathroom, though. It's super short, but like this happened when I was a kid. I was so in a rush to get back to playing with my friend that I was at his friend's house, right? Or I was at my friend's house, and I finished going to the washroom. I pull up my pants, but like I was in such a rush that my elbow went straight through the drywall on the side.
What? Wait. How the fuck did that happen?
Yo, I'm gonna. Speaking of
It was like when you pull
drywall,
up, like your fucking elbows are like just fucking extending, right? So I got up, I slammed my elbow straight through the bathroom drywall, and I just left. I just left at that point.
How the
I never saw that kid again.
okay, wait. So speaking of drywall, first time I ever got blackout drunk, I saw a spider in the wall, and I just punched a hole straight through the drywall because my idea was to punch a spider, so I just went straight through, and I woke up the next time. I'm like, and there's just a hole in the washroom. I'm like, yo, I'm here. And they're like, you punched a fucking hole in my wall. I'm like, oh, cool. Like, why? It's like, you allegedly saw a spider, to which I don't believe you saw a spider. I'm like, that is respectable. I can believe that.
Just drunk thing.
Did you end up like give him money so he can like fix
Yeah,
it?
obviously I paid for the fucking wall, but like, no, I'm gonna go into people's houses, get blackout fucking drunk, and just punch holes in everyone's over drywall, and be like, yeah, sorry, there's a spider, you can deal with the spider, will deal with it, dude.
This
It's
is why
fine.
we need to see drunk Darian again.
You do? You need it? Okay. All right, ask Frankie if his apartment room has 0 drywall, just to be sure. Make sure there's like no drywall.
No, no one's getting home Tuesday night.
You know who's getting home? Me, because I'm gonna have a grand total of like half a drink.
You know who's gonna get home?
Because I live 5 minutes away.
I'm gonna be home.
I will hopefully be aware enough to at least order an Uber if I need to.
You know, even
Just
I'm not
don't
go.
go.
Even if I'm not going, I'm gonna keep tabs on. Like, hey, you guys okay? What you guys doing?
Yo, it'll be so fun watching everyone else get smashed.
Yeah.
That's like 80% of the entertainment. The other 20% is just being able to do whatever you want because everyone's smashed.
No,
I wonder
that's
also-
when you're there to document everything. Just taking photos and like
Yeah.
that's what you're there for.
Mhm.
Darian punches more holes in drywall. Uh-oh.
Bet.
No bet. No
I just
bet.
re- I
Don't
just
we
re-
do my shrine?
I just
I'll
realized,
go in
don't
with
we
the
need a
Shrine Gun as
deposit
well.
for that place? What? Are you?
What?
So
What
Is
is
there
that?
a mosquito?
Yeah, there's a.
Ah.
Why didn't you punch it?
See,
Just
what other...
punch right into my mouth.
Oh, I got another story about when I was young and how I ended up getting beat for this.
Was it because you did bad
So-
in math?
Well, actually, no. Well, okay. So I was a C- student way back, anytime before grade 10.
Hell yeah, one of us.
Right?
One of us.
And so she bought these like English workbooks for me to do, but like I didn't really want to do it. I wanted to go have fun, right? I'm in fourth grade. I wanted to enjoy myself. And so there were other people living in the same home as us. We were renting out part of the home, right? Smart ass me goes to next door and I ask them, I'm like, hey, how do you do this? How do you do that? How do you do this? How do you do that? And they helped me through all of this, right? It was great. It was wonderful. Such a nice couple. And so I went back to my mom. I was like, hey, mom, I finished the book. I finished the book chapter. And she's like, okay, good. And that's all I got from her. Until several days later, when it came up, when my mom was talking with that couple, the couple brought up that they helped me do English homework.
Oh shit.
Oh,
You
Yes,
didn't do it yourself.
Guess who got beat that night?
The couple.
Yes.
no, the couple joined in.
Yeah.
You know that? Yeah, you know that JoJo meme of like the two guys
Yeah.
beating up the guy in the suit, and then fucking Bakio just joins in and starts kicking the man. Kurtis, pull it up for context. I think you know which meme I'm talking about.
But like,
I'll find
got
it for you.
Yeah, you'll find it and then I'll put it on. Send it on
another
Messenger.
one. Oh, another one was when I was too scared to sleep in my own room at night, and I don't know when did you guys move into your own room?
Grade
Was it
12.
from a very young age or
No, absolutely not. Grade
Grade-
12.
6 years old.
6?
Actually,
What
not
the
even.
fuck?
Grade
Actually, no.
Grade 12, dude.
six,
Think
six,
about
7?
it.
6 months old.
Kurtis,
Um,
I've sent you
my parents- So-
the image one. Can you
My-
also add text on it and put Benny as the guy in the white? Do you want me to Photoshop it for you, or can you do it yourself?
Do it later. Organize the shit later.
Oh, Benny's
Hey,
on the
Claire, what
floor?
were you saying?
Yeah, Benny's the
Okay,
guy in the
give me a
white.
sec.
My dad had like read something about like parenting methods or something, and then he talked to my mom about it, and he was like, oh, like if she cries, ignore her because then she'll learn to like not cry. So then I slept in my own room, and like if I cried, my mom was like but like I got ignored. So then I just learned not to cry. So I guess
What
I
the-
slept in my own crib in my own room since like very, very young. And then I got my own like official bedroom when I was like 6.
Okay.
Mhm.
Because I didn't move out into my own room until I was 9, but that was also
See-
by choice.
Think of it this way, though. I actually waited until I was in grade 12. I was 17 when I got my own room.
But it's like, what were the circumstances?
We rented a house instead of buying and owning our own house.
Okay.
I was forced to share a room until my sister moved out.
Yeah, that makes sense. The story I was gonna bring back was like, so when I was like 6 or 7, my mom wanted me to move into my own bedroom. My bedroom was sick, by the way. I'd fucking take it any day if I could now.
Hmm.
But Okay. I was really scared of the dark, locked in the dark room. I was really scared of being alone. So my room is like all the way down a pretty long hall. Like it's like 15 steps or something to get all the way to the end of my room. And the first night my mom wanted me to sleep alone, there was a thunderstorm. And so I'm sleeping in my own bed, and there's fucking thunder just slamming down, like, you know, big booms. It's raining everywhere. Lights are flash. It's probably like whatever the hell the difference is. But like, that was the first night she wanted me to go sleep alone, okay? So I got out of my room. I went to my mom's room. And I was like, Mom, I'm really scared. Please let me in. Like, I'm terrified as hell. She's locked the door. She's ignoring me. I'm like fucking just knocking on her door, like, please, please. And guess who got beat at 3 a.m? Nice. And then I just ended up staying in her room for like 3 more years, but she didn't give me a bed. I just kind of
You slept on the ground.
I put a blanket down on the carpet. I slept on that, and then I got another blanket and put it over me. And this is actually why I want a futon now. Because I don't find mattresses that comfortable. I would rather sleep on the ground.
Imagine having a back that's good enough to sleep on the ground.
Is it because you got beat that you have a bad back?
You know what?
Maybe, honestly.
My mattress was actually entirely made out of wooden planks, and I slept on that between the age of 8 and 14.
Wow.
8 and 15. Yes, 8 and 15.
Wait, a wooden plank mattress?
So it looked like a mattress, but if you flipped it over and looked at the inside structure, it was only wooden planks.
That's not a fucking mattress.
That's not a mattress.
That's a board.
That's wood.
That's wood.
That's a straight up wood. How
You slept on a frame.
Broken?
You slept on a bed frame.
No. Sleeping on like a flat piece of stone is actually the best for your back. It's just not comfortable.
Yeah, it was for my posture.
Right.
My mom was like, I want you to have good posture. And I do have good posture. Far better posture than my sister, in fact.
There you go. Maybe I'll sleep on wood.
My mattress, like my little, they're not even mattresses. They're just like pads. They're like this, like 1.5 inches thick. Like I've got 2 of them, but there's like no spring retention. And then I was sleeping on these like bamboo beds, and I slept from 2003 all the way to 2013. About 10 years.
Damn, you slept for 10 years straight? How are you, Sleeping Beauty?
You were just waiting for that, weren't you?
Is that why your arms are skinny?
You know what? I need to go to the vet for these sick pythons.
Someone kick him. Someone kick him for this.
I like this, honestly. This is fucking great.
I
Shut
don't
up,
enjoy
Rui.
the podcast anymore. I don't enjoy being here.
Rui, are you just jealous that you don't have sick puppies like those?
Honestly, listening to all these, I'm really starting to realize, you know what? My childhood wasn't that bad. It was like,
How often did you get beat? I got
Yeah,
beat like
oh yeah, no, I got hit a lot, but like that's about it, you know. I was kind of a little shit as a kid. I'm still kind of a little shit now, but like that's
Still a
different
shit
one.
now, yeah.
Look
Yeah,
how spoiled you got, eh?
For you.
You got
But
spoiled.
yeah, I think can't really complain. You know, I kind of feel bad about bringing up the topic of childhood trauma, not really having anything to like provide.
Hey,
this
so
conversation
speaking
now.
of childhood trauma, how often do you guys get yelled at for like the most mundane things that you were unable to control?
Like at
Also
least once a
constantly.
week.
Now or back then?
Back, I mean, if you still get it now, I'd be concerned, Benny.
No. Me and my mom stopped bickering a long time ago. The only time we bicker nowadays is in the car.
Here's
What
a
is
real
that?
question. When was the last time you recently remember getting beat?
I don't remember, dude.
Grade 6.
Beaten
Great.
by my parents or beaten by like a person?
Both.
Grade
Well,
8.
Rui beat me.
right before grade 8.
Wait, no, that is not true.
Rui Yang assaulted me. I'd like to put out a twit longer.
Like,
He hurt my feelings too.
I would have to say grade 7.
Yeah, it's like grade 7-ish. That's
Mhm,
when I
it's probably
actually like smartened up.
Because at least when I
still
went
got
to
beat through high school.
I think
Pardon?
grade 10.
I still got
not-
beat through high school, albeit
Yeah,
rare.
same.
Mhm.
Maybe it's
It
repressed.
was more like psychological drama, like during high school.
Maybe mine is just too repressed throughout high school now.
For me, for high school, the expectations of me were like non-existent. So by anything stupid, it was like.
Hey, Riang, didn't you get a book thrown at you by your mom a few
Yeah,
months
you got
ago?
beat recently.
Oh, okay. If something as small as that counts, then yeah, sure. Like, yeah, recently I was a little too loud during a call, and I had a book thrown at me. But like,
I've
that's
actually,
pretty
I've had a
whatever.
textbook thrown at. You know those Costco workbooks to get your kid ahead? Because I was really bad at doing.
Oh, like math smart
I-
shit.
I don't know, like the English, like I was really bad at doing those.
Dude,
And
I
then my
was
mom got really frustrated. She just kept throwing and beating with me.
That was the
assuming
book that I got the couple next door to help me with.
I did so many of those. I did every single year.
Nerd.
Same, and I still proceeded to be an idiot. It didn't help at all.
Yeah.
At all.
Yeah, I wouldn't say it helped, but I went through them super fast. Like I had English smart, math smart.
I had English and no, I had math smart, I think.
I had English,
then
math,
I
and
was-
science.
I had
This-
like
this-
3 Cal books.
Here's
See,
the
like-
thing. The answers are on the back.
Yeah, I know.
Science
If you
probably
found out
yes.
where they were,
Wait, you guys have answers?
Yeah, you
I'm
guys have
such a
answer
fucking
keys?
you
idiot.
can rip them out. They
Mine
have
did not have-
like the punchy
Mine did
hole.
have
Okay, maybe
Mine
I'd
did
have
not
like
have
a different
answer key.
lines of books, but mine doesn't have. You have
Yeah,
to
me and
buy the
Kurtis didn't have answer.
separate like answer key.
I'm actually brain dead.
Are you
Why
sure it's
did I
just
not
'cause
realize there were answers in the back?
maybe you just got beaten too hard, you know?
Were you dropped on your head as a child as well?
Actually, yes.
Hell yes.
I actually, before braces, right? The front of my teeth, one of the front tooth was like knocked upwards when I was dropped. And so on the bad side, I had a tooth that was like way off centered. But on the bright side, because it stuck out so much, you know those Yakult bottles with the aluminum foil on the top? That tooth could just walk right in. I can't do that anymore. I tried recently. I was like, I don't have anything to open these with anymore. My tool is gone. So if it's
Okay.
anything being dropped as a kid, I had that going for me.
So one thing I never realized, like I didn't really understand, like for the math, I already had a math tutor, right? It's like forcing me to do the math books was honestly, I felt like counterproductive because it just made me hate having to put an extra effort to get ahead and learn more. Because you know it's how it's like your parents all wanted you to like, be super smart and get ahead. It's like, yeah, you already put math through, that's fine. But making me do extra work on top of that too, aside from school, is like your motivation just doesn't go, and I don't think they realize that.
Mm-hmm.
And like you're a kid, right? They'll think you don't know shit, but it's like as a kid, it's like I know what my motivations were. What was it when I was like when a kid? All I cared about was like going outside and playing basketball, like running around or like some shit. Watching Pokemon. I don't know.
I didn't have much of like a normal childhood, like interacting with people.
I'm not like
Resources
kids.
looking at.
Shut the fuck up. I was in resource for a valid reason. That actually brings up the point. Like, they all thought that I was like, you're reading textbooks and all that. You're like, why are you not understanding this? Why are you staring at it for 3 hours and you don't retain any information? And they just thought I'm like, I'm just being like a bad child and not like studying. So then there's a lot of like yelling and like rulers, like, you know. And then you said the whole thing about like you're crying. It's like, why don't you understand this?
You're
Yeah.
sobbing and
Yeah.
it's hard to answer. You know what? Now that I think about it, if you're gonna beat me with a ruler, because then at least it makes a nice clap when you beat me with.
Before in Hong Kong, it used to be bamboo sticks. You know the one with the feather on the end, the classic,
Feather dust.
the feather dusters. Yeah.
I don't know what it was.
You see the meme? You ever see me on Salvation Trade? So it's like when you play the piano, you're like doing homework and you're crying and sobbing, it's getting on the paper, and you're like, oh, this is so relatable. Like your mom's just staying there like staring you down, and you're like, and
Try
just
your
doing your
best.
homework. That was so. I mean, it was actually so fucking relatable.
There's
I
so
saw,
many
like-
memes that are relatable. I don't think I've ever told my mom I'm grateful that she beat me though.
Yeah, I'll be like a little shit if I wasn't beat as a kid.
I feel like
Yeah.
I'm grateful, but I feel like there's certain like parenting things that I am very not grateful for because I'm pretty sure it's just like fucked me up as an adult now.
It's not the most.
I used to flinch whenever my brother like brings his hand up like above like shoulder.
Yeah, I still flinch
Hey,
at
Curtis.
It was a
Hey, Curtis.
Yeah.
problem with my friends. Like, like if they
You know the
moved
music?
their arms fast, like I would go like,
Yeah, it took me a
You
while.
dodged. No wonder you got beat harder.
You fought back. No wonder you were sent to the gulag.
Is blocking worse or talking back worse?
talking
I
back
think-
is worse, and I did it often.
When did you guys
Blocking-
start? When did you guys start like actually talking back?
When I was smart enough to actually talk back.
Yeah, same.
Yeah,
When I
like
had
at
the
a certain
capacity
point,
to.
at a certain point, like your brain just kind of realizes.
Like, probably
what
high
you need to
school.
say. Yeah, like
Like,
for
I
me, it's
think-
like grade 11.
My mom beat me for very reasonable reasons. So whenever it got to the point of her beating me, I never talked back. I knew I was wrong. Most likely I was wrong. At that point, it was me evaluating my life decisions and how I came to be in that spot while my brain cells were being jostled.
For me, it was
So-
like, I don't think I've ever actually told my mom like how fucked up I was with certain parenting things they did. And it's like, and I'm like, now it's like, it's too late already. I'm an adult. I do my own things. It's like rubbing salt on the wound at this point. Just don't beat with another metal chair.
Wait,
have-
so what if I raise a
You're-
metal chair on my head?
Benny, I will actually I will pull a metal chair out of my own pocket just to fucking fight you. Don't even ask me how. It's just like you grab a metal chair, I'll just reach in my pocket, pull one out to you, and I'll be like,
Fight
Fight.
me.
Parents ever destroyed things you cared about? Because
yes,
they thought it would,
Yeah.
like, discipline
my
you?
hopes and
Mm.
dreams.
Destroy
I don't think
things.
my mom
What was going on?
I don't think my mom. See, the reason my mom used her hands was because she didn't want to break anything. So I don't think she broke anything. So I don't think she's ever destroyed anything I
No, my
liked.
favorite was one time my mom was yelling at me. She like got angry. She broke one of my things, and then she blamed me for it. And I'm like,
It's your fault I got so mad and broke this.
no, she just blamed it on me. She even said it's like my fault that she got mad. So she's just like, this is your fault. You broke it. I'm just like, what?
But I didn't touch it.
No, I didn't even touch it. It touched me.
It's like these things, man. Like, what even happened? It's like we knew exactly what they were doing.
My mom got mad one time. That was like there was an argument and I'm crying, and then I used to have panic attacks as a kid, and so when I get really emotional, you start getting lightheaded, you're getting numb, and then you start hyperventilating. And I also had asthma, so this is not good. Like I can actually pass out and like die from that. And she's like, so I'm like huffing, right? Huffing, crying, and then she hasn't caught on to like I'm actually going into a panic attack. So she's just like, huff, yeah, do it, you little shit. Like basically doing like saying like, do it, you little shit, and like not in the same words, but that energy. Until my brother was like, Mom, he's actually going into a panic attack. So that's
What
fun.
you gonna do? Have a panic attack?
Yeah.
What are
Yeah.
you gonna do? Cry.
So that's like
Dude, okay, it always works when you tell kids, you're like, oh, you're crying, aren't you? You're definitely crying. And then make them cry harder.
yeah. So I'm like, and then like my brother's like helping, like, Mom, stop! He's actually going up into a panic attack. And then like my mom's like, still, she doesn't say anything because she realized like, oh shit, but she's still mad, so she doesn't want to admit to be like wrong. and then I'm like curled up in my blanket, and then I'm like, and then yeah. So
Hey, Curtis.
yeah. I'm so glad I got.
Open hand too.
I'm so glad I got like used to like somebody putting their hand up, because then through high school I would give high fives to everyone any chance I can. I was like, oh my god, I'm not scared of like people putting their hands up anymore.
Coping mechanism.
Yeah, love it.
I don't think I ever was scared of that. Whenever people raise their hands up, it was like, what are you gonna do? Beat me? And then my mom beats me.
Wait,
I think that's a lack of self-preservation talking.
What are you gonna do? Stab me? Man who got stabbed.
oh, what's going on? Was
Oh man, those are good days though. Like it was truly an adventure. I think in terms of like me losing something though, something that I had was I made this paper mache snowman out of a plastic bottle once, right? You know, you could kind of see it, you know, at the very tip of it that I made like a little paper mache head. And I got home, I brought it back. I filled it with pebbles too, so it had weight. So it really stood up, and I was like, Mom, look at what I made. It was like 3rd grade. And she just took it. She's like, good job, Benny. Like I could tell she was weirded out, but like it was demonic, man. So she ended up throwing it out, I think, overnight. And so I woke up the next morning and I was like, Sue's still proud. I was like, hey Mom, where's my snowman? She's like, I threw it out. And I'm like, you fucking what? I was heartbroken, but I didn't really care about it. It was pretty demonic, so honestly, like, you could have probably used it to summon a spirit if you tried. So I don't blame her for throwing it out.
My mom threw out Yu-Gi-Oh cards. That's the one I always remember. There's probably other stuff that's been like thrown out or broken, but like in my mind, the one I always remember is the Yu-Gi-Oh cards. Which I think says a lot
somebody
about
else.
me.
For
was it your pot of
2000.
greed?
No, I never actually had pot of greed.
Really, I have like 2 or 3.
Congratulations, Reed. You played yourself.
His mom's looking at him.
Yeah, my mom's doing it.
Hey, Ray.
Yeah,
Congratulations, you got timed out. Oh my.
Thanks.
Oh my
man,
god.
I don't know. I think my issues with my mom and dad, like they just didn't care about like the things I liked in like the things I actually had passions in, because like gaming was one of the things I could have done a lot more, but they're like, no, you study. And then for basketball, I wasn't like a starter. I was just like I wasn't like I was on sorry, but I was still on the team, but they're like, no, you study. I'm just like, what? And then I got yelled at a lot by the coach for never showing up for like a few practices because my parents refused to draft me. I'm like, okay. I don't want to say they hindered me, but that's exactly what I'm saying.
Exactly hindered you.
They hindered me a lot too, actually.
I've thought about it a lot, and like
I still think about it to this day.
And how I try to justify, I was like, you know, my mom probably wanted me to pick the safest, like she wanted to pick a route that she knew would work. So it's like, I don't know, because she stopped me from going into like, I was legitimately on the cusp of like going into a like first person shooter esport, and my mom just wanted me to study, and I was like, okay, fine, I guess. Like I'm having a great time. There was a small tournament thing, like a small tournament league for Blacklight Retribution, but it was like a collective. It was like a North America and a Europe league. Anyways, the team that I played for, we put 2nd in North America, which is pretty sick because the prize was everything in the game, literally every single item in the game. That was nice. And I wanted to play more, but I just had to study, so I was like, I guess I'll die.
So you're glad you didn't turn out like Riang.
What did I do?
I'm sorry, Riang.
Man.
Esports.
I mean, look at me now. My mom was like, no, you're not going to gaming. You study and do your thing. jokes on her. I ended up going into gaming anyway.
I'm getting paid to game.
Yeah, like I feel like as a kid, like with your kids' dreams, it's like no matter how hard you try to stop them stealing them another way, they'll somehow end up going towards it anyway. So it's like you might as well just support it.
Yeah, like she never got me out of PC gaming. And I always spent a lot of money on it.
How much
I'm not
Well,
saying that. I
did
mean,
you guys have
it's
to like do all 3 sciences?
no.
No, I told her I did not want to do biology.
Yeah, fuck bio.
Fuck biology.
I was originally, for me, it was I have to do all 3. I knew I had to do physics because I was trying to go into robotics, and I did chemistry. I did the whole year and I failed it. And then I went to summer school for biology, but at the same time I had another class for, I think it was math 12.
How the hell did you fail chemistry with Mr. Cayley?
I'm not good at those. I'm seriously
Man
not.
is a god tier teacher.
He is a god tier teacher. Like in all fairness, it's nothing wrong that he did. He taught perfectly, but it's just I couldn't retain any of the information. Like it's not him. What?
Nothing.
Did you just say resource? Did you fucking just say resource?
I didn't say anything. No, I'm just.
It's not my fault. I have ADHD.
A Chinese parent would say it would be.
Yeah. It is your
Oh, half my family was in denial. Like, there's no way he's like ADHD. He's just like a bad egg.
Yeah.
I had to fight. Like, I didn't know what the frickin' it was. I didn't even know I went to a psychiatrist, like a child psychiatrist, to get assessed.
I got put in speech therapy as a kid because like up till the age of like 2, 3, I didn't talk. I just went like apparently I struggled to talk. And then I got put into ESL.
And then they
when I
hear
was not
the
ESL.
weird sound that you make from like every day, and they're like, and then they're like, we made a mistake taking him to that speech therapist.
Yeah, no, I come back and all you hear is.
I almost got put into anger management therapy.
Oh, you told me about this.
Yeah.
How that came to be?
She punched a hole in drywall as a child.
Well, how did it come to be?
Like how did that like why did they want to put you there?
Oh, because I got angry easily. I had a short temper.
Okay, I mean that answers the question, but it wasn't exactly the answer I was going.
I was like,
That answers it.
It's a lot. It's a lot.
Yeah.
It's a lot. So
I'm not gonna
I mean,
pry. I'm not gonna pry too hard.
honestly, I could jump in that same boat of like having a very short temper with things. I think right now my temper is very short.
You know the furnace
Like-
door? It's like metal, right? There's a huge dent in it because of me.
The what?
Okay, the things that happened that were a lot with me weren't even things that my parents were aware of.
I mean, just trying to save you the
My
explanation.
parents never knew I was
Mhm.
bullied. They just thought
Did
I
you
was.
punch the furnace door?
So there's a hot water heater, and then there's like a giant metal door that blocks the furnace area, right?
Oh, I know that door. You got hit by it?
Oh no, I punched it.
Oh. I was really hoping you'd get hit by it.
No, I punched it, and there's a dent. There's a decent sized dent that's like just always there now. And yeah,
Can we print out a happy photo of Kurtis and like print it out on a sticker, go to his house and just stick it and
Right
write
on
I
that-
did this?
Okay, Darian, go ahead.
Darian.
Darian.
Were you-
want to talk about it anymore.
No, I got put into ESL like against my will as a child. It's like very like my mom was like, why? Well, my mom didn't understand it was like it was like part of racism in the past, but it's like I got put to ESL because the people at my first summer school were racist, and they like because my kindergarten teacher spoke Cantonese, so I'm like, oh cool. So I would talk in Cantonese sometimes because it was funny.
Mm.
Then they just thought, oh, this kid doesn't know English. ESL, you go. And then I moved elementary schools. I did the assessment test and like, wait a minute, you don't need ESL at all. I'm like, yeah, I don't. So I wasted like 5 years in ESL, and then my mom just thought I was.
Was
like,
your
a fucking
ESL
idiot.
like on top of your classes, or was it like
Slightly,
place
but
it?
it's like more like sometimes when it's around, like there'll be days where I just get taken out of class and put into a room with all the other ESL kids. They're like testing us and making us do English stuff, and then halfway through, like, wait a minute, you're not ESL at all. You're a fake, and I'm like, that's.
Was it like
Oh,
ooh.
And then, but they never took me out. They just kept me in it. Like they figured out I was not ESL, well then they still kept me in it. And I'm like, well, okay, cool.
oh, then you just be smurfing.
I didn't. I was not good enough to smurf yet, dude. I was not that smart until like I was not woke until university.
I got
You
an
want to hear?
ESL designation in 11th grade because I was taking a French class and they asked what our first languages were. And I was like, not English. And they're like, ESL. They just wrote ESL. Like, it wasn't that I attended ESL, it's just that they wrote the designation onto the course.
I never liked how they put ESL as English second language. They changed it now to ELL, which is English learning language, because like I am ESL, but
EED.
you listen to my English, it is pretty good. Riang, I got a smurfing story for you, by the way.
Okay.
Ready? So we finished grade 6 and 7 late French immersion, right?
Yeah.
Fucking literally past the first month, it was like you cannot speak English or you get dicked for oral marks, right?
Yeah.
So it just as like a kind of benchmark for how fast things were moving for us. So when we came out of grade 7, we were basically good to speak French. Like you could probably drop us off in Quebec and we would get by just fine. Okay, maybe not Quebec because they're shitters, but
Okay, let me give
International.
a better comparison. We could so in BC, there's late French immersion and early French immersion. Early French immersion starts learning French like from the get go, like kindergarten, grade 1, etc., etc. Late French immersion starts grade 6, and then grade 6 everything's in French. Grade 7 you start learning English again. But pretty much once you go into high school, in terms of like where your French is at, the late French immersions are like around where the early French immersion students are. Like maybe for some of the weaker students, you're still a bit lower, but then like by high school, you guys are pretty much the same level.
Yeah, so you compacted 7 years into 2 basically, which is pretty intense. But anyways, I went into high school. I picked my elective language, which was French, and I was like, "Hey, counselor," she was a bitch, by the way. I wanted to jump to 10th or 11th grade, right? Just ding that out of there, get it good. And so she sat me down, got me in a conversation with her. I'm talking with this lady. She speaks French. And then she, with 2 other students who were with me at the time, also went in to speak to her for seeing how much French we could skip. So she looks at the 2 girls and she's like, both of you, French 11. Then she looks at me. I had a flawless French conversation with her, by the way. She's like, grade 9 French. And I was like, okay, well, fuck you, but that 1 year's better than nothing. What class do I need to drop to get into French 9 from French 8? And she was like, you need to drop drama. And I was like, fuck you. I'm not dropping drama. I'm going to learn to be an actor. Anyways, they put me in French 8. I was
Hold on. How'd the actor thing work out for you, Penny?
Absolutely terrible.
Dude, I almost failed French 8. I passed with 51.
Oh my god, I smurfed the shit out of that. I was like I was 97 in that class.
No, here's the funniest thing, right? Like I got 51 French 8, and then in grade 9 in high school here, right? You're allowed to change to a different language, like because Canada, like for what 8 French is for whatever the default you must do, which I absolutely despise because I really did not like French because I just felt like this is gonna be offensive to some people, but I just felt like it was not a useful language for me.
I mean, how often do you come across French now, right?
Never.
Yeah,
so then I was like, I used to go to
most people don't do business in France. Most people do business in English-speaking countries or like Asian language
Yeah.
speaking.
So what
countries
happened
now.
was like I used to go Chinese school, so then in grade 9 was like when I could change another language. I'm like, so I dropped Chinese school. I'm like, fuck yeah, I can finally just do Mandarin 9, 10, 11, 12. God, was I awful at that too. The only language I ever got good at learning was Korean. Because that was the
Of
only one I actually had
course.
like a passion to
Okay,
learn about. Like,
Korean.
okay, when you have a
Korean.
motivation and passion to learn, do things, it's better. Like Chinese was like, I don't fucking like speaking Chinese sometimes. Or I didn't want to learn Chinese. Like, I'll speak it, it's fine. It's like
I
it was
wish there was
stressful, too.
Cantonese in high school.
Too hard to learn.
It'd
I
be
would say. It's
too hard to
impossible to
learn.
teach.
It's the same vibe.
I'll
as
fucking
only-
teach the class.
No, it's
Like-
the same vibe as only private schools have Latin.
Right.
I wanted to take Latin. I thought it was pretty cool, but like it's really hard.
Like, here's the thing. It was like, even when I took Mandarin, the teacher was like, why do you speak Cantonese? She's like, your writing's great because, you know, like when you go to Chinese school,
Mhm.
your writing better be fucking great. But she's like, your speaking is atrocious though. You sound like you've never spoken Mandarin in life. I'm like, that's because I don't speak Mandarin. She's like, I Cantonese. They're like, yeah, but still, how are you so bad? I'm like,
It's not the same.
It's
Wait.
not.
It's like the
hello.
it's the early early generation like doesn't understand that's completely.
They don't
different.
understand that.
Yeah.
Like, my Mandarin now is 你 hello, 我是你们的妈，你有什么 problem 吗?
I hate it.
I
I also have a French smurfing story now that I
do you
think
got,
about
Ray?
it. So, in grade 12 at my high school, there was
You failed.
French 12 online and French 12 honors online. So like it's different. So that's the French for like people who came into high school like as English learners, and they weren't like learning French in high school, like in elementary school, apart from like the one class they had, like just because they have to learn it. But the ones who were like French immersion, so like learning Francais long, we were allowed to take those courses. So a bunch of us just do that because then like the time that block's supposed to be in, it's just a free block for us, and everyone's just hard scripted, and then we're like, yo, this homework's so fucking easy. So we made a group together where we just like someone does the homework, everyone copies the answers, and then at a certain point we're all just like, does she even like check the answers? So like we start like half-assing it, and then she finally caught up to it on the very final assignment of the school year, because I was just like, okay, none of us want to do it. I just put in random answers. You guys can just take it. Because like we still got marks for participation, right? So like as long as we had it in an assignment that looks done, should give us marks, like full marks for like doing the homework. So like the final time, because most of the answers were obviously wrong because I didn't even look at the like homework. I just put in the answers. I like a bunch of us got 0, like the ones who copied me, and then like she sent an email like to everyone's like, you know, some of you guys had very similar answers, and I would like to, and those people have all gotten 0. I would like to let it be known I do not tolerate cheating of any kind or copying. It's like,
Yo,
dude,
let me tell you the biggest story of pity, like fucking pitying another person. So in Mandarin, right?
yeah.
There's the native Mandarin speakers. You know they're gonna be getting like they got 120% in that course because we had bonus marks, right?
Yeah.
Like you know they're gonna be good. Like, you know, it's easy mark. Like you're up, like if you're a native Mandarin, you're not gonna fucking take Spanish or French or whatever and like take your GPA. So the class was split into like 3/4 native speakers, and then like there's like the 5 of us that were like dipshits. Like we're absolutely atrocious scores. So when we did tests, right? Obviously we'd be the last ones to finish. But then the teacher, it's a high school course. The teacher didn't really have rules about like what to do after. So fucking when when the native speakers are done, they be standing around our tables and then they just walk out and point to the answers for us. They just like this one, and I'm like, okay, thank you. And I circle it. The teacher was like, hey, stop doing that. They're like, okay, they sit down. Teacher was like, doing all this stuff. Just comes back up. This one. Hey, this one. And then like sometimes it was so bad where it's like, I'm doing my test with like 3 of them standing there, like pointing to the answers. And I'm like, okay.
At least
like,
they were
there's, like,
nice
5
enough to help you.
No, that's good. No, I fucking love them. They were so nice to us. Like they pity, like when we get paired with them, they pity us so hard. Like but they knew the benefit was because we always had to do like the English to Chinese, Chinese to English things, right? So they're like, they knew we were useful because we could always just do the English anything for them, no problem. And all they had to do was, whenever there was a test, just walk up, finish early. Like, we purposely realized that now, right? Like, it was after a while we realized we can just get away with this. So we just always did the best we could. Like the writing ones, like the essay ones, you finish it really fast because you can't cheat on that, right? Say multiple choice and whatever fucking anything later. Wait for them to come up. It's like, hey, Chris, hey, Denny. They'll come over. It's like, hello. It's like, and I'm like, what's this? What's the answer for this one? They'll be like, oh, it's this. And I'm like, okay. There's 5 of us doing this, by the way. In like a class of 30. So you just imagine a bunch of like Chinese kids just standing over tables like, this one.
How does the teacher like not care?
Yeah, like you guys are.
She knew, like, she also pitied us because she knew like we were already trying super hard, and she can blame it to them too because she knew like the thing, like the symbiotic relationship we've had where it's like we do all the English for them and they just do all the Chinese for us. It's like, you know, you scratch my back, I scratch yours. And then in like grade 12, she omitted a bunch of my marks too because they're bad. She's like, I know you want to get into a good university, here you go. And and I'm like, okay, thank you.
And look at you now, you're in SFU.
No, look at me now, I'm dropping out. It was actually so fucking funny though. They like it because one time I didn't realize they were all watching me. Like, imagine like, so this is from my experience, right? Like, because there's like me and my friend Ricky, like, so we'd be just doing our tests and struggling, and then we look up, and then they're all just standing there staring at, like, they won't tell us they were there, right? They just all be standing there like this and looking down at us, like watching, like hovering over us. They don't tell me they were there. They're just hovering over us, watching us do the test, and then when you finally look at them, they'll be like, "Oh, hello," and there's like, because turns out I thought they were just like staring at us during the test and whatever. But turns out they were actually just reading our answers, and they'd be like, that one's wrong. That one's wrong. That one's wrong. Yo, reading it and doing it all for us already. I'm like, holy shit, these guys are advanced.
Yeah.
I got Ron to help me out on a test in elementary school once.
Oh my god. Super monotone. So like you do this, and then like you do that, and then it's like,
I never
class
did
is
French
monotone.
in grade 8.
Dude.
Yeah, Ron was great.
Dude, and you guys ever like openly cheat in any tests?
Oh, hell yeah.
Okay.
Chinese school, baby. Let's go.
Chinese school, I would like, they give us review time, so I just write all the like, you had vocabulary. It was like mainly just vocabulary for the week, right? So me and friend, we just write it into the table.
Oh, dude, we
had
had like
our arm,
we had like a 5-man squad going,
or like on
for like
on a
tests
piece
and
of
shit.
paper.
Yeah.
Okay, wait. Define openly.
Like, does the teacher
or, like,
know?
We just are like, no, like not the teacher knows, but like everyone else in the class, like people in the class knew, but it was like,
All right.
you know what I mean? Like it was like it was either like people knew and they just didn't rat you out because they understood your struggles or they were like part of it, you know?
I mean, I don't think I openly ever cheated, or like I don't think the entire class knew, but I had some friends who just knew that I was cheating. There's a lot of stories I can't tell.
Ring, calling your teacher right now.
Do not do that. But
ring, hello.
There was plenty of times where I would be like, "Can I go to the bathroom?" And then I'd walk to the bathroom. They don't care, right? And I'd just sit down on the toilet. I'd whip out my good old iPhone 4S and I'd be Googling things. Like,
You know,
please tell me the answer.
Benny, did you have Mr. Thumb before for Japanese? Have you taken Japanese?
No, I didn't take Japanese.
Okay, so I didn't take French in grade 8, so I only took 2 years of Japanese because that was just a requirement, right? And what I did was he would have us write out the test layout for like which words need to be like translated from like English to Japanese and like vice versa. So on this top part of the sheet, he'll come over and look at like everybody's got it ready and like nothing. On the other side is a completely exactly the same layout, but with all the answers. So when after he came around, check our papers and like, all right, everybody ready? Test start. What I did, I just flipped it upside down, and I just pretend to be writing. And then the people like next to me saw it all happening. I'm like, Kurtis just flipped it upside down, just got on the thing. It's like, just shh. But they knew that I was struggling in that class anyways, so
Okay.
yeah.
Yeah, thank God my mom never figured out that. Actually, no, I think I did tell her. I did tell her eventually of all of my cheating shenanigans.
Hmm.
And she didn't beat me, so that was good.
Hmm.
But I would look at her and I would tell her exactly how I cheated. She was the one I confided in. But what's she gonna do? Snitch on me? She's paying for my tuition. No, those are allegations. I never cheated in university, you know? I didn't do that.
Hint, hint, wink, wink, nudge, nudge.
I absolutely did not. I was perfectly honest in university.
Yeah. So Benny, speaking of, like when you were joking about resource actually did one thing good. It took French away from me.
Man, what's wrong with French?
I didn't have it.
Dude, I
but
met 2 separate relationship partners in French.
ooh.
That
But-
did good for me.
But it
Weird
did take
flex,
it did
but-
take drama away from me as well.
Mm.
I would have had fun in drama.
Dude, my French teacher shipped me with people.
What the fuck?
I'm talking seating arrangement. She would sit me and
Ooh.
the girl that I was vibing with together.
I mean, French is the language of love, eh?
Disgusting.
Oh, baguette.
Ooh. Ooh, mademoiselle, enchanté. Hong hong.
Fucking
It was-
hell.
It was real stupid, but it was also like very clear that like we were vibing, and she was a pretty sweet old lady. I think that was her last year teaching too, before she retired. So I think she just said whatever and just shipped me and this one girl together. Sat next to each other all the
She's
time.
like, ah, fuck it.
What are they gonna do? Fire me? Writes the seating charts. Oh,
It's
man.
actually, I heard it's common that like teachers will ship their students together.
I mean, it's also partially like I can understand it. It's like if you know 2 people hate each other, don't put them together. If you know 2 people like each other, it may be a good idea. It may like save them a hassle if you put 2 people who like each other together. Right?
I wonder if there's like a
Hmm.
huge like gossip, like, you know, going around. Like, you know which grade and like which class, and they're like, you know, there's got to be some
Dude,
talk.
I
between...
gossip with my teachers about people in our grade and other grades, dude. Like, I can tell you firsthand as a TA and as a student that's really close to some of my teachers and chill with them. They do ship you, and they will there's like slight gossip. It's not like the hurtful gossip, right? It's like all the fucking jokey, meme ones, but like sometimes when the teachers like the chill, in like the cool chill hip ones, they'll know some shit faster than other people, like other students will know.
Yeah, I mean, we're in high school. We wouldn't know, but like the teachers, they probably had they're like 25, 30. They know.
They've experienced all that drama.
Yeah, they've seen it all. So, oh my god, high school was interesting. But it was good. At least going into high school, I never got beat. I think there was still the yell at me until I was sobbing, and then continue yelling at me, and I'm trying to respond to her while I'm sobbing. There was still that going on, but like I didn't get beat anymore, which was a vast improvement. So yeah.
Is there any final point like of like drama? Like
Drama.
we've talked a lot of physical, and we talked some like psychological with like the dark rooms and all that. Is there any more?
I will say, as terrible as some of this trauma is, and like what's been done to us as kids, I think if it wasn't for all that, we probably would be like even bigger pieces of shit now than we were like as kids. So like I'm not saying like hitting kids and stuff is good, but like
Rian condones hitting kids.
there's method to the madness, Like,
Have you ever just
Or,
sat down
no,
with
we
your
could've
kids
been
quietly
disciplined
and
like-
just hit
And
them?
also, like for me, it's like I can directly compare like how I was as a kid to like how my sister is, and I'm just like, part of it is probably because like she just has it a bit easier, and like even like people I know who like just came into university, when I talk to them, and I was like, "Did you get hit as a kid?" And they tell me no. Everything makes sense. Like I even like told people, and this could sound really bad. I was like, this is why kids need to still be hit and instill discipline and fear within them.
You mean like that kid who said Sven is a tier 2 ADC?
Yes, that.
No, cut it.
We're not doing cut it. We're done.
Can we show Curtis's ass instead?
Wait, what?
Cut it.
Hey Curtis, you want to show them that meme we made about Benny?
I tried to in the middle. I was like trying to fix my. I don't know why it shows Discord, but it doesn't show my.
It's
Chrome.
okay. I'll post it on mine. Wait, so like it could. So like, wait, let me download it. There you go. This is what I imagine when Benny said that his mom was beating him, and then like imagine the couple, his neighbors are beating him. I'll just title this so it's Benny.
Oh no!
I got it on my screen as well, but yeah.
Yeah, let's just all put.
Wait,
just
show.
This is what I just fucking imagine. It's like Benny's the dude in the white, and he's just like, this is Benny. This is like his mom, and this is like one of these is his mom, and this is like the couple, and then he's like the couple. Which is like,
it has to be 1 turn to 3 rather than 2 turn to 3, but it's still accurate.
Okay, imagine like these are both the moms. If it's a couple, right? Like this will be the female. In the relationship, this will be the dude, right? The dude's just vibing, right? And he'll be like, oh, whatever. Like just beat his ass.
Oh man, those were fun days. Math Smart though, fucking I would do all of it like today just to spite the book for causing me so much misery as a kid. Look at me now, 4th year, Civenge. No, I'm still stupid, but
look at me now. Flex on them.
I forgot to put my Santa hat in my door.
Oh, that you do not disturb.
That's my do not disturb. I forgot to do
I want to
that.
buy an LED do not disturb sign. Because I can like pop it on and then like just really accentuate the fact.
No, you need those like radio neons that says on air.
Yeah.
Just right outside on your door.
I just need a sign.
What happened to your IU flashlight?
Oh,
I
I fixed it where I put it.
Broke the light.
Okay. Well, I fixed it.
Hey Benny, look.
But
Look at my.
Oh, here it is. I managed to fix it. However, the thing that actually displays the picture, I have it upside down. So instead of like, I have to do it like this to like get the picture like upright.
So it's a N exclamation mark now, right?
All right, this will be my last episode ever on this podcast. Curtis has tilted into oblivion.
It's an N.
You know, it's been a good run, guys, but you know, it had to come to an at some point.
All right, bye, dude.
Goodbye.
We accept.
Get the fuck out.
We accept your apology, and then not come out.
Yeah, did my YouTube apology. No,
I need to clip that because I have. I thought you were ready. I thought you were ready to get on.
Yeah. Okay. You didn't tell me we were starting, so like I looked over at the stream. I was like, oh.
I'm sure. I'm sure. Right before I turned on my stream audio, I said we're ready.
Okay.
Or like I'm ready, and then you just didn't hear. And I'm like, I saw Darian's stream already going, and I couldn't turn on my cams. I couldn't.
Curtis, I need to stop flexing.
What?
It's like fucking. Oh my god! Look at this dude flexing.
Yeah.
Just don't move your arm. Just keep your arm down. Just talk without gesturing. There we go. Perfect.
What if I joined Curtis too?
Wait, can I? Ow, that's actually hurting me.
No flex.
Flex.
I have too much.
Just everyone arm behind your back. No flexing of any kind.
Dude, let's just replace Roof Sarah.
Wait a minute.
I believe. Wait, hold on, Riang. You're intruding my Second Amendment. I have the right to bear arms.
All right, this is gonna be my last podcast.
You keep bringing up my arms, I'll make more arm puns.
Okay, wait.
All right,
No,
I'm sorry. I would like to announce that I'm retiring for this podcast. I just going back to being a League of Legends and TFT
This,
streamer.
this is our last podcast episode.
So
Oh,
what I'm
yeah.
hearing is they
Yeah.
don't wear arm sleeveless.
No, just don't make jokes about your arms when you're doing it.
Look at my arms. Arms.
Oh,
Thanks,
jeez.
And also, you can't replace me with Sarah. Sarah doesn't bring the same level of degeneracy that I do.
No, she does.
She
She's
has
too smart.
she has excellent like
Yeah,
zoomer
might
not bring
energy.
the
Like
same
it's
degeneracy,
chaotic
degeneracy,
energy.
But Rui, she has that chaos. Who else can do who can better than her? Or who else can scream schlong better?
Listen,
Alright, I'm just targeting her now.
no one in our friend group has the low level of IQ that I have.
Bet?
Only
I would like
able
to
bring
say-
this
Bet?
level of degeneracy to this podcast.
I would like to say, how about we replace you with Brandon?
Oh no.
Podcast
No.
dies in a week. One more episode of podcast done then.
And there we go.
Oh,
Alright.
speaking of like next week's podcast, we did say we
Ow.
want to make like the first week of every month to be the game one, right? Game with viewers.
You know what? Fuck it. Yeah, let's plan that right now. Why the hell not? First of every month, games night.
Hey
Yeah.
guys, look at my bear shirt.
Wait, let's do 5v5 league matches against viewers. Us 5 versus viewers.
Absolutely not.
Curtis does not have League of Legends.
I do, but I don't play.
Let's play League of
That's
Legends.
why we
afterwards,
should do
bro.
it. It'll be hilarious.
Do you want me to do 0 champion damage again?
I've seen worse.
Because here's the thing. Yes, you did 0 champion damage that game, but you also weren't in my way. And I just kind of
Wait,
hard.
let me do my Curtis impression. Give me a second.
Oh no.
Okay, look at me. I'm Curtis.
Get to the vet with those sick pine. Yeah.
I don't like this.
Benny, roll up your
Look,
damn
I'm
sleeves.
Curtis. Wait, I'm Curtis.
Ha!
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 I will not.
I don't like this.
Me too. Claire, let's leave. Let's dip. We're out of here.
Hey, no, you have 7 more minutes in this contract.
Wait, what if we do 5v5 league matches, 2 of us on each team, and then
I don't
Curtis?
want to do 5v5
No,
league.
no,
I don't want to
no.
play League of Legends on stream. If I
Hear
want
me
to
out,
stream,
hear
And
me
I'm
out,
just in the
hear me out,
middle
hear me out.
doing nothing.
No, Curtis,
Curtis is the
you're
shoutcaster.
streaming it and you're solo shoutcasting to the best of your League of Legends knowledge.
And that
There
wolf
we go.
and that wolf man is chasing that witch girl.
See? Listen, you guys might not want to play League, but for that, I think it's worth it.
Weird. I actually kind of have to really think about that one.
Yeah, actually, I'm actually like, that could be fun.
I am a genius.
And then I'll die a little inside, and then. Right. So last time we did Jack's Pop Games.
Shucks games.
I'm having a strong here. Pack 3. Right?
Yeah, we played Quiplash
Yeah.
and
Murder mystery.
Murder Mystery.
Right.
Dude,
Or
Murder
well,
Mystery
trivia
was so
murder party.
fun.
Sorry. Trivia murder party is more correct.
Would you say Claire?
The
Um,
issue was the delay, though.
Murder
Yeah.
Mystery was really fun though, even though there was a delay.
What if we do Scriblio?
The fuck?
I
is
can down-
I would destroy you all. Not even a question.
Scribblio?
It's not about whether or
Pictionary.
not we destroyed, it's about how
Yes.
much fun we have.
Yeah.
Can you play
We would
now?
never have
Wait,
fun.
how many of us have Mount Your Friends?
What?
Mount Your Friends.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Oh,
that.
that's a 4-person max.
Oh, okay. Damn.
Yeah.
One person does shoutcast?
Claire.
We'll find something.
What
We can-
other?
we can
There's
figure it out.
there's a bunch.
I would like to play Gang Beasts, but that's expensive.
The idea of a hype Mount your friend showcase is actually so funny in my head now.
We can do that tonight. We'll practice.
It's
Oh
like,
my god, he's mounting him so
oh
fucking
my-
hard.
Oh my god, watch him mount these dogs at an insane pace.
Unbelievable! He has his right hand gripping on his inner thighs.
That's TOS.
It is
That whole game is TOS.
Wait,
Well, at least there's an appropriate version of it.
Yeah.
what's the appropriate version of it?
It literally puts them all in suits and remove the dong.
Really?
Or sorry, the schlong, but yes.
The schlong.
The schlong.
I mean, someone's streaming Mount Your Friends right now on Twitch.
Again, guys, gang beasts? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I want to buy games.
Wait, how many players are in Ultimate Chicken Horse?
4.
See you guys at a gym live stream instead.
True.
Gym
Wow.
live stream, as you see all of us just throwing exercise balls at each other and saying we're playing dodgeball.
Those are painful, dude. Those are like 10 or
What, the
well,
sand?
not-
The one filled with
like
sand?
7 or 8 pound balls.
No,
No,
actually,
exercise balls,
See,
like the big,
here's the
Oh,
best
big
part.
ones.
not medicine,
Because we're
not
talking-
Not medicine balls?
balls.
Okay.
Not medicine balls.
Because they're
Imagine-
streaming on Twitch, Benny can't fucking do the gibby shit again.
Gibby.
What?
Well, I'll explain the story after the podcast. I feel
No,
like
tell us the story now. The viewer, you've already said it. You
Are,
can't
are you okay with this, Benny?
Just tell it.
Okay, so Benny, a mutual friend of all of ours, and myself, we were working out at like his sister's apartment's like private gym like room, and like I'm on the like bicycle machine, right? And they were like actually like doing weightlifting and stuff. I'm just minding my own fucking business. Suddenly I hear Benny's like call my name. I turn right. I just see him shirt off like this, like yeah, and it just runs away. I was like, what the
Give
Okay,
it.
honestly, that's the same dumb shit me and my friends do at our gym. It's like, you know the orange justice dance in Fortnite.
Yeah.
All of them would just sit there in the middle, just doing it, and then like the one time, like the gym owner would just be on the fucking couch doing his own thing. And I've seen him look at us, and I'm pretty sure he's like on the verge of kicking us out at this point.
Riang would vibe.
Yeah,
Fucking shit, Lord.
I'd vibe with that.
Fucking Fortnite dancer.
Of course, he vibes with that. What would he not? Gibby.
Yeah, man. All right, I think that's a good note to end it on.
Absolutely not.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's end there.
Yeah.
Kurtis, flex for us.
There we go. Thanks for coming. We'll figure out the games night for you guys next week.
All right. Have a good night, guys.
All right, good night, friends.